Let's take a look at chapter 7.1.13. We're going to start answering probability problems using graphs from functions, and the functions are called probability density functions. And so each of those functions we use depends upon the situation. So the first one we're going to look at is what's called the uniform probability distribution function. They're the two questions from 7.1.13. And what this is it's a graph. Instead of a table of values of the probabilities of certain outcomes, we have a continuous variable. Time, for example, from 0 to 30 minutes. What's the probability that your friend arrives between 15 and 30 minutes late? And so right now what we see here is an equal probability that your friend arrives somewhere between 0 and 30 minutes late. And so because of that equal probability, we have a uniform distribution. It's the same all the way across. And so what we need to remember on a uniform probability distribution is that the area underneath the curve needs to be 1. And so what we're looking at here, you can see what I've drawn in is the area underneath this curve is a rectangle. And now what we're going to learn is that area is connected to the answer to a probability problem. They represent the same thing in that the area, the total area, has to equal 1 because of this idea 100% of the values lie within this probability densities function from 0 to 30 minutes. The total area is 30. The base times the height, 30 times 1 over 30. That's where the 1 over 30 comes. Yes, it's the probability that your friend arrives at any of these times is 1 out of 30. And so to answer that question, we can do that by hand. We do this by hand. What's the probability your friend is between 15 and 30 minutes late is between what? And to get that answer, we're looking here from 15 to 30. So what we're really creating is a new rectangle where the base is 15 and then the height is 1 over 30. So the answer to this question is going to be 15 times 1 over 30, which is 1/2 or 0.5, and that would be the answer for that. So there's a 50% chance your friend would arrive between 15 and 30 minutes. And so to calculate the answer to this question, there's a 10% probability your friend will arrive within how many minutes? What we're looking at is within how many minutes right here. We know that there's a 10% chance. The area represents probability, 0.10. So what value, what x value would give you an area of 30 here? So this turns to be 3 minutes. X has to be 3 minutes. Equals 3 because 3 times 1 over 30 equals 1/10, and there's your 10%. We could also do this with StatCrunch. You open StatCrunch, Stat Calculator Uniform, and notice what we have here.